Welcome to the Knocked Off Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Jeans.
They're a bit tighter, like a bit more, especially how big mine is. Cha-ching! Yeah, it's just my balls are really saggy.
Yes, hello and welcome back to the Knocked Off Podcast. It is Monday evening.
8 o'clock.
Feeling good,
Feeling great.
punching along. How's your day today, Isabella? What'd you get up to?
So much stuff, really. Walked in to work. The workplace was flooding on the second level, so that was really fun. And then from there, the day just went even more pear-shaped. So it was really busy, kind of productive, kind of not productive in the way that I wanted to be. But I survived. Survived another Monday, and that's about all I have to say. How was your day?
It was alright, bit of a slow one, but it's how Mondays go most of the time. Same, went for a ride on my motorcycle yesterday.
How'd that go for you?
It was alright until it wasn't. Had a bit of a fall.
How bad was this fall?
Not really, it just hurt my hip. I think I landed on like a stick or a rock or something.
You got a bit of a bruise
It's
there.
bruising up. But
Yeah. What else did you do? This is why you shouldn't go riding on your own, I must say.
Oh, well, you wouldn't come with me.
I had something boiling on the stove that I couldn't leave.
What else did I do? I went to King Roy on Friday evening
That's right.
for Geordie's 26th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much old now, I guess.
26.
It's old, eh?
That is. That only just clicked to me. Like, I feel like 25 still seems half young. But then you get to 26, it's like, wow, you're getting closer to 30.
Yeah, you're
No
right.
offense, Geordie. What'd you get her for her birthday? I mean, what did we get her for her birthday?
She got a Switch early, so I got a Mario Kart and then a couple extra controllers to pretty much just so I could play it, more or less.
Jet
But
got a little bit excited.
That was good fun.
Getting her presents, but it's just like it means that you get to have fun too. So it's
It's
a win-win. Yeah. And how good is a Nintendo Switch? I want one so bad.
Yeah, I know. The more I played it, it was actually good because I was beating everyone.
I don't think it could be something that I think would just sit there and collect dust. But as soon as I had people over, that would be what I would
Yeah,
be
it's
whipping
fun
out.
when other people are
Yeah,
around.
like I don't think I'd see myself probably playing it on my own. I think we could just get home from work and have a game of tennis. But it's so fun and you can play so many games on there. That's what I want for my birthday. You know how you asked me?
Yeah.
We're in January. My birthday's at the very end of May. I don't know if I can wait that long, but that's what I want. A Nintendo Switch. And I want this sports game so I can play tennis.
Yeah, it's good fun, the sports one.
It is, hey.
What else did I do in my week? I went for a run last week when it was humid as fuck,
Yeah, it was 6:30 and it was still really hot.
35 degrees.
Yeah, so good old Rometown hit, I think, 42
My
degrees today.
Yeah, it was warm. My feet got so hot though when I went for runs on the weekend. I got fitted at Athlete's Foot and bought some new running shoes.
Have you ever had to walk on one of those things before? Or was that your first time?
Maybe like ages ago, like as a kid.
It's kind of the ick.
Yeah, I was in there barefoot. Not good.
Do you reckon they clean it?
I hope they do.
Probably
But
you're going to get tinnier.
probably.
But you ordered some new shoes, hey?
Yeah, I got an email dispatched today,
Oh,
so
that's quick.
should be here by the end of the week, which
Yeah.
is good.
I'm really annoyed with Jet because he bought, what are the shoes called? Is it
Hockers.
Hockers? And probably about 3 months ago, I was trying to enter my fit girl era and I was going to the gym frequently and I clearly exited out of that era pretty quickly. But I was trying to get into running because I'm not much of a runner and I thought buying new running shoes would probably motivate me a bit because then you get to, don't you think you buy new shoes, you want to use them?
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a look and I found some Hockers or Hokers that I really liked, and they were having a huge sale. So usually their shoes can range from like probably like I don't know, around $200 to $300.
Mine were 260, so
Yeah, not cheap.
no.
And they were on sale like on the official website for like $60, $70. Like they were clearing them out, and they had them in my size. And I sent a photo to Jet, and I was like, I really like these, and he told me that they were ugly. So now I never bought them, and now he's bought a freaking pair. And now I can't be cool and have like the same shoes and go running because he told me they were ugly and I took his advice. Anyway, I went to go have a look on their website to see if they had any on sale, and the cheapest pair was like $200. And I was like,
fucking
damn
expensive.
it. Anyway,
Hopefully
knowing
that-
me, I'd probably wear them a few times and then stop running. But anyway, if anyone cares what I did on my weekend, I have pretty much blocked out the whole weekend except for yesterday afternoon. I was cooking dinner, and my mum gifted us this like really sharp like knife, and it's like meant for like carving meat and stuff. And I had it out because I was cooking like corned meat, and I was like, I'll just cut my onion with it because I've already like dirtied it. And I like cut my thumb. And at the time, I thought it was like kind of bad because it was bleeding really bad. It was like the very tip of my thumb, so it's cut from the middle of my fingernail. I just fucking hit it to the middle of like the other side of my thumb, if that makes sense.
The way she was carrying on, I thought she must have chopped her whole fucking hand off.
Because of when I cut it, like, and I saw it cut in, which still makes me feel a bit sick, it just bled so bad that I couldn't actually tell how bad it was. But judging by the amount of blood, I thought, fuck, like, this is bad. Like, I was like, I'm going to need stitches. The tip of my thumb is gone. And it was quite painful. And I panicked. And I thought I was usually pretty good in, like, these situations. But I don't know if it was, like, the blood or what it was. But I felt like I was going to pass out. So Jet was out in the ice bath, and I, like, yelled out to him. And pretty much he walked into the house, and I was just sitting on the kitchen floor, like, with my thumb in this dishcloth. And then after I, like, rinsed it off and tied it up, I realised it wasn't as bad as I thought. But I did have some clarification today from a nurse that it probably could have been glued.
Could have been, not should have been.
Well, they actually said should have. But it's healing, like, pretty well, kind of. But if you look at it now, it's kind of, like, separating again. So anyway, I'm not going to lose my thumb. That's the moral of the story, like I thought I was going to. Another thing on the weekend, one of my really, really good friends, Holly, moved out here.
Oh, yes.
So we moved her into a little place, which is really exciting. And she's out here to live her cowgirl dream. And I didn't really do too much else, hey.
Yeah, pretty quiet one.
Yesterday was like a really lazy day for me, but I feel like I needed it. I feel like I haven't had a day like that since Christmas. And I don't know if that's dramatic, but I feel like I keep thinking I've just come back to work and it's the very first week of January, but then I'm soon realising that it's not. And I was just feeling a bit burnt out, so it feels nice to just have a bit of a lazy day. That's probably it, I would say. I can't think of anything else too much.
Pretty boring.
Yeah. Just had a really chill weekend. It was really nice, actually. So, yeah. Anyway.
What do you got for Instagram today, brother?
So, I will start on something that I would say is probably on most people's For You page, I'm guessing. So, I'm sure a lot of people have watched Saltburn by now.
Mm-hmm.
Not myself. Too scared. Is it scary?
No.
Not scary. I just don't want to be weirded out. I'm really into that stuff. Anyway, the song Murder on the Dance Floor features at the very end of the series, right? Or is it a movie?
It's a movie.
Movie.
We've been over this.
Movie. At the end of the movie. Anyway, he's dancing around naked to it. It's pretty cool. It's a good scene. But there is people I've seen on my TikTok that have never heard this song until they've watched Saltburn. And they're like, oh my God, this song is just such a bop. And I'm like, go back to 2001. Because that's when it was released. And, like, you're just quite a few years too late for this. But anyway, besides the point, what's coming up on my For You page is a Australian band. I think it's Royal Otis. They've recorded a Triple J like a version covering Murder on the Dance Floor. And I want to know your thoughts on it, Jet. I'm pretty sure it's been popping up on your For You page too.
Yeah, it's good. I like. I'm at a bit of a crossroads with covers.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't really love them that much. Hey.
See, I'm like that with covers, but then if it's a good cover, I enjoy it. And I think this is quite cool. Like, I quite enjoy it. It's not even on Spotify yet. I think it's going to be quite popular.
Yeah,
but
just 'cause
what
it's
I'm going
popular
to
doesn't mean-
say is that, do you think it would be as popular if it hadn't just featured on Saltburn?
Probably not. No,
No.
'cause people aren't familiar. Like
They're
as
really
familiar with the song.
smart, hey, like how they've done this.
Yeah.
And their advertising, like Triple J has it. It's like every time I open TikTok, that's what
It's on
pops
there.
up. Yeah. But I enjoy it, so I don't like skip it. But yeah,
What year did Murder on the Dance Floor come out?
2001, I'm pretty sure.
I saw a TikTok the other day of the Basement Yard podcast.
The Who, sorry?
The Basement Yard.
No idea.
They were talking about songs from 2004,
Mm.
and I'm just gonna read you out some of the songs because I can't believe how many hits were in this year. So Leave, Get Out Right Now
Oh, yeah.
by JoJo, American Idiot, I Don't Want to Know. Yeah, I don't want to know.
Oh, yeah. See, when you say song titles, I'm trying to think in my head.
My Band by D12, Eminem.
Yeah.
Tipsy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just Lose It by Eminem. What else we got here? Oh, Car Wash. Work
Oh, we're at the car wash.
There's heaps, hey. Accidentally in Love. What About Me? Shannon
Oh,
Noel.
Accidentally in Love.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
It's sort of the same. I'm looking at some of these. I'm like, what are these songs?
Yeah.
Black Betty.
That's a good era.
Learn to Fly by Shannon Noel as well. It's about all the work he did was in 2004.
Yeah.
Not much happened after that for the big fella.
The early 2000s.
Drive,
Yeah.
Shannon Noel. Yeah, what a great year for music.
Yeah.
My Boo, Alicia Keys.
I think a lot of those early 2000 songs just hit different. And I can't remember if I mentioned this last week, but I've been listening to the So Fresh playlists on Spotify, all the albums. And there's one that I had the CD to as a kid. And I remember the exact order, like the songs playing. And the person who's made the playlist has put the songs in the order of the CD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
So I put it on at work the other day and I didn't put it on shuffle and it just started playing and I was like, oh my God. Like, it was just like so nostalgic. Like, I was like, oh my God. I feel like 10-year-old Isabella sitting in her bedroom with her CD in the CD player, looking at herself in the mirror, dancing to these songs. And a lot of the songs I feel on So Fresh, some of them are like good and were popular. And then you just have a few of those rogue ones where you're like, I would have never listened to that artist or anything, but because they're on So Fresh, you just know the song.
Yeah.
So
It's
many
like a random song on there too.
Yeah. And I remember as well, every time I listen to this playlist at work recently, I get to this one song and it's always where I'm like, okay, that's enough. And I realised that what it is, you know how you used to be able to flip the CD to get the other side? That's what it is. It was like I'd get to the end of that like disc, like the side one, and I didn't know the other songs because I never used to flip it. I liked the other side. And I was just like, wow. Creature of habit, you know? But there's a few bangers on there. I think I'll just see which one it is. It's...
What year is it, did you say?
Yeah,
Or is
I'm
it
just
just
having a
like
look.
early 2000s?
No, it's... Sorry. So Fresh, the hits of summer 2010 and the best of 2009. So, like the first song, This Is Who I Am.
Sing it. No, just sing it.
I can't.
It's going to get pulled down for
Anyway,
copyright infringement.
Meet Me
proper.
Halfway.
Banger.
3, Britney Spears. And then I remember, this is how I went through a tiny little Taylor Swift era, is because it has 15 by Taylor Swift. Art of Love, Guy Sebastian.
Don't know.
So it's all really random songs. Bulletproof. There was a song on here the other day. Oh, J-Ho. That song. I was cleaning the house.
Some terrible songs in the mix too.
And it came on and I just knew like all of the words. And I was like, I haven't heard this in so long. But I was like, this is so fun. Anyway, I just got like really, really sidetracked. Murder on the Dance Floor. It's a bop, but I used to hate it at the same time because I felt like my sister used to overplay it in our childhood and I just got sick of it. But now I'm kind of vibing like the Leica version. Anyway, speaking of Saltburn, Jacob Elordi hosted SNL for the first time.
Oh, truly.
Have you seen that?
No.
I don't really get around Jacob Elordi that much in the fact that a lot of girls I know and just in general are like obsessed with him because they think he is just insanely attractive.
He went to Nudgy.
I know. I don't like nudgy boys.
Bit of a...
But like I think he's a great actor, but I don't find him overly attractive at all. Do you think he is?
I thought he was.
In SNL, he looks like this, like a child. They just didn't dress him well, I don't think. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about this is it's something that really frustrates me is that Americans can't like differentiate people's accents. And I see it on TikTok a lot.
Oh, yeah, I see it a bit too.
And
His British accent. Like,
yeah, yeah. And people comment every time someone's Australian on a TikTok. They're like, oh, are you Pommy? And they're always Australian. Anyway, with SNL, all of like the US viewers didn't realise that he was Australian and they were really confused. They're like, oh my God, he has an accent? Like, you're so sheltered. And I feel like...
Some of the people that comment, it's like, why would you even comment that? That's embarrassing for you,
Google
bro.
that thing.
Yeah.
But it's also, I feel like, I don't know if I'm a bit harsh on the Americans, but I feel like they just live in their own world.
Oh, they do. 100%.
Like, no other country exists.
No.
Well, Europe exists. And like the United States, don't you think? Like they don't have any concept of anything else. Moving on, rant over. I think a few people would know that Trisha Paytas is pregnant with her second baby.
Oh, she's still pregnant.
She's already had the first one, Malibu Barbie.
Yeah. I thought she had the second one.
Well, no. This one, she's going to call Elvis. It's a boy. But when Malibu Barbie was born, this is her first baby, it was at the same time that the Queen passed away. Now that she's pregnant, everyone's fearing for Prince Charles's life. And because at the same time that, you know, she's pregnant, the royal family released this letter to say that Prince Charles was like, he's King Charles now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is the king, yes.
Yeah. I just realised I'm like, Prince, that doesn't sound right. King Charles was receiving treatment for an enlarged prostate.
Should I?
But I found it interesting that they actually released exactly what it was.
Reckon he's examining it with them big bloody sausage fingers of his?
He wouldn't be able to get it in there, surely. But, like, the timelines, everyone's like, oh, goodbye, Charles. See you later.
R.I.P. King.
And you know what she's like? I think it was on her... Does she have a podcast?
Yeah.
I think she does. And she come out and she's like, I just want to say I don't have any affiliation with the royal family.
Okay.
Anyway, I just find that a little bit funny. But not that the Queen died, obviously. But people just... Conspiracy theories, they just really get into it. And if King Charles happened to just pass away, I think everyone would just go a little bit crazy. And lastly, on like the pop culture kind of stuff, is have you seen that Wizards of Waverly Place is returning?
Truly.
Yeah, with David Henry and Selena Gomez. So it's like David Henry, so Justin, is an adult and he's chosen to like have a normal life without powers. Something.
Isn't that how the movie ended? Yeah, I think it was actually.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Anyway, I don't really know what I think about that.
Bit desperate for the cash.
So my Daily Mail article for today. This is what it is. I had an accidental affair with my best friend's husband. Now she won't talk to me. Accidental affair.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
So I clicked on it thinking, how could this be? pretty well. This lady, does OnlyFans, and as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, it makes sense, right?
What's her name?
Honey with 2 Y's. So she makes up to $90,000 a month online,
Shit.
and thought nothing of it when she got another big spender subscriber 6 months ago. So on top of this subscription fee that he already paid, this is her best friend's husband. He is subscribed to her, and then he's also started to pay an extra 3,797 Australian dollars every week, which is her girlfriend package, which includes like priority messaging and one-way video calls. So this is her best friend's husband subscribed. She doesn't know that it's her best friend's husband.
Oh, right.
So he's subscribed to this, and she said that they do like video calls, but it's like a one-way thing.
I mean, she would get
Yeah,
shot.
like you can't see him. So this went on for 6 months.
You would have spent some cash.
Well, if it's nearly $4,000 a week, how the fuck can you afford that? Anyway, the best friend blew up about it once she found out, which is like understandable. And this girl, Honey, was like, well, I didn't know about it. I had nothing to do with it. Like, I'm sorry, but I didn't know. And the husband has told the best friend that she did know and that she was all in on it. So, of course, what any woman would do, right? Cut the best friend off and stay with the husband.
Oh, nice. So
How-
now they're together.
No, they're still together, the best friend and the husband.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're together now.
Sorry.
The
Like-
best friend and the husband are together.
The wife and husband are just still together.
That's not what you said.
Yeah, I meant. Well, when I was saying the best friend, I meant like the OnlyFans girl's best friend. They stayed together because he convinced her that the Honey girl was the one that was in the wrong.
Yeah, right.
After he spent their entire house, all their money. But anyway, I don't know how this shit makes it to Daily Mail, but someone obviously.
Someone exposed it. Obviously, Honey,
Honey's got the shits on.
she wasn't happy. She got cut off.
But yeah, so ghosted the friend and stayed with the husband.
Nice. While we're on pop culture, Instagram, do you see that disgraced former New South Wales police detective Roger Rogerson passed
No.
away?
No,
You heard of Roger Rogerson?
no.
So he's a detective in the, I think it was the 80s and 90s maybe? Hold on. Did have it here somewhere. Well, in 1999, he was convicted of perverting the course of justice and lying to the Police Integrity Commission. He's also known for his association with other New South Wales detectives who are reputed to being corrupt, including Ray Gunner Kelly and Fred Craa? Maybe?
Was he like protected by the police though?
No, he was in jail.
Oh wow.
He had a aneurysm or some shit like 2 days
Shame.
ago, and then they took him to hospital. He died in hospital.
That's a shame.
But he was in jail for killing a 20-year-old drug dealer.
Really?
Yeah. They made like a movie about it, I think.
Wow. Well,
Like,
he would have been in hospital, like under police guard too. So
Yeah.
someone would have been supervising him that whole time.
So yeah, he was sentenced to life in 2016 for the murder of
Wow. How old was he? Do you know?
83, I think.
Wow.
Yep, 83. So yeah, R.I.P. you fuckhead.
Burn in hell, baby.
I heard on the radio today, and there was some people on there not saying the nicest
Celebrating?
things. Yeah,
Oh well.
no one was too happy about it.
You know what would be hard in that instance is like being his family.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. Only the people that would be mourning his death is his family and some of his close friends. He's
friends. See, I don't care about
he's
friends.
not well liked.
Friends are a choice. Family is not, in the fact that like that could be like your grandfather or something, and even if you probably don't like them, but I feel like it would still be hard to be associated like with them.
Yeah,
Anyway.
not good. You don't want to be associated with that shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to what's in the spotlight this week.
Tell me.
It's been a bit.
There's
go
been
on.
lots, I feel.
Yeah. UFC 297 with Sean Strickland and I don't even know how to say his name. Dricus Duplessis, maybe?
Who's he play for?
He's a fighter, you fucking idiot.
Oh, I thought you said NFL.
Said UFC.
Oh.
Who does he play for?
I don't know why the fuck I just said NFL.
Let me see if I can find a photo. Their faces were fucking battered. Especially the dude that won, actually. His face was proper no good.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I don't really think I get
Copped an
around
absolute-
fighting.
UFC's a special kind of sport, hey. You got to be. Look at his face. You can like barely see.
How would you find that enjoyable?
And it's so funny
But you
because
know
like,
what? How bad would that be for your brain and shit?
oh yeah, no wonder like
They have those.
they like bash their wives
What's
and
it-
shit. Look, they're all
Can't
fucked
say
up.
that. What's it called?
CTE.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all get it.
Yeah. But that's terrible.
That's what I mean. Look what they're doing to
Like you're
themselves. No
literally
wonder
killing
they.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a bit of controversy because he laid a headbutt on the dude that Dricus. On,
Are you not allowed to do that?
No,
But then, which one won? Sorry.
the
That
one
one,
that put the
yeah.
headbutt on. Yeah. Well, it was
So
like a bit controversial.
You'd get like penalised, right, for that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like kicking in the nuts, punching in the back of the head. Maybe punching in the back, stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's a few things. Not too.
Yeah. But like stuff
follow
that's
the
like
sport
just
too
no
close.
need.
Yeah, and headbutt. It was like
Headbutting's like so dumb.
no, but it was half and half. Like it's sort of like it wasn't like a blatant like threw his head
Yeah,
into
like-
it. It was
More of an accident, kind of.
not accident, but he went with emotion. Like it was pretty well disguised if he was trying to
Oh.
throw a headbutt in.
To be fair though, headbutt hurts both of you. How much does a fucking headbutt
It split his
hurt?
eye open when he did it.
Really?
The Strickland's eye, yeah.
Wow.
But then Sunday, once again on the couch watching the Supercross.
Yep.
It was retro round. I think it was like a
Retro
50
round,
year
What's that
thing.
mean?
So they sort of bring in like the older bikes and they kit the bikes out to look like,
Oh,
older
that's
style.
fun.
Yeah, it's cool. But one of the Honda dudes, Dean Wilson, rocked up and he was smoking a ciggy. And like they're super healthy.
Yeah.
And he's got like the big
He's got the sweatband on and stuff.
got the
doesn't he?
big headphones and the bum bag.
That's funny.
He was rocking it.
Where
Um,
was it?
San Diego
Yeah.
this weekend.
I would love to go like watch it. Hey. Like,
Yeah.
be pretty
It
fun.
rained again. Not as heavy as last weekend. It wasn't so drastic. But a lot of people got overlapped. There's only 2 people in the whole of the Premier class that haven't been overlapped, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Usually like the top guys just don't get touched, but the points leader, he got overlapped. So there's only 2 dudes, Aaron Plessinger and Dylan Ferrandis, who
True
haven't been
God.
overlapped in. It's only been 3 rounds, so
There you go.
not very long.
Are you ever going to comment on the Australian Open?
I couldn't give a fuck about the Australian Open.
Has anyone seen the fuck ups from the ball boys and girls?
Ball kids, they're called.
Ball kids.
I don't think people are going to answer us. Yes, I have
But
seen
have
it.
you?
Yeah.
I just live for it because the Australian Open right now is looking so messy. I've seen it.
There's
so
not many big names this year either, is there?
I don't know. Well, I went to watch it the other day and I didn't really, I only knew one of the players and I was just like, not that keen. But I think it's, you wait kind of till like the finals and that's where it's more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, they start, Thursday, I think,
Yeah.
no?
Like I used to really enjoy watching it, but it's been a bit hard to get into this year. And last time I watched it, something happened, which I'll get into and what's up my nose. So
And then also at the Supercross, there was a bit of hiss-hoss.
a what?
Bit of a hiss-hoss.
What's
Boys
that
went
mean?
at it. They were a bit jet.
Oh,
Our proud Australian. He was a
Yeah.
bit heated after the race and
was he?
went up to call Jason Anderson over and the boys had words and
Did they?
yeah, not sure what was said. I'd love to know. Oh, shout out to my stat before from Lewis Phillips. That was his great stat about the overlapping. So shout out to Lewis.
As in, who's he?
He's a journalist in America, but he's actually English.
I'm pretty sure there's someone with that same name that was on.
But I want
Brother.
to become friendly with Lewis. He seems like a cool dude. So
Really?
yeah, I'd love to get him on here. So if anyone has that contact,
See, this guy was on Big Brother, and that's who I thought you were talking about.
look up Lewis Phillips, like motocross or something. But here, watch.
I think this guy's name's Louis.
If you look in the background of this one.
I just love motorbikes.
There was a bit of pulling on the helmet and it got pretty heated.
Hold on, sorry, I got to watch this again now.
Just turn that down, otherwise there'll be a bit of sound. But yeah, the boys, they got a bit heated. I think Jet was just frustrated. He sort of got caught behind the pack a bit, and then he was charging through.
Sorry, everyone. He's grabbed him by the helmet.
Yeah, Jason runs a bit of a wide bike, so Jet was caught behind him a bit. But anyway,
I'm so on Jet's side there.
Jet's side.
Which one's which?
Jet's on the white bike.
This bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, this mate here grabs his fucking helmet.
Yeah, Jet grabs his first.
He didn't throw his head around and punch him.
No, but Jason was showing the young kids how.
That's a little temper tantrum.
Says Jet that's fucking pulled him over after the race to give him a bomb about not letting him pass.
That's embarrassing because that's kind of what the whole point of it is, isn't it? It's competition.
Yeah.
How old's Jet again? Your age? Yeah.
Younger than us.
Yeah. That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Pipe down.
But yeah, Jason Anderson put up a post and he captioned it, "Fight night, lol." And then he said, "Good bants at Jetson." So hopefully they kissed him head up. But
had
if
a bit
not,
of a laugh about it.
Yeah, good.
You'd be pretty worked up though. Like, I feel like motocross anger is so different to like footy and just general like physical like contact sports, don't you think? I feel like people get so worked up when it comes to bike.
Oh, yeah.
In a different way.
And you only got yourself to disappoint as well.
Yeah.
Because you're on your own.
Yeah. And that's probably what it is. It's not a team sport.
No.
So it's all individual games. So like the only person to blame is yourself, but you're going to be quick to blame everyone else. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, that's plenty of storylines come out of the weekend. So it was good.
I love it. Did you see Travis Kelce's brother?
Travis Kelce's brother.
Yeah.
Does he not have a name?
I think it's Jason.
Yeah, it is.
Had his shirt off.
Oh, that would have been a sight.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Have you seen it?
No? Where at? Do you
At
see
the
what he wears
game.
to the games?
No.
He wears like jeans and like thongs.
Yuck. I saw that he had a bit of a celebration with his shirt
shit.
off and a beanie.
Enjoying himself.
He's a bit funny looking, isn't he? Anyway. Funny. So, is that all of your spotlight?
Yep.
What's up your nose?
Mainly like all the old right wing people on TikTok.
Yeah, you're getting a bit political, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
On that side of...
But like I love
Rightly
it's,
so.
It's sort of funny though. They're on there like whinging about on TikTok. It's like a kid's app. Like no, I shouldn't say
Yeah.
kid, like
Here we are.
it's a younger person.
I
app.
feel embarrassed how many times I refer to TikTok in these
No, it's
episodes.
like where I
but
got my news from.
But it's where it's not, I wouldn't say it's anywhere educational at all, but I do learn a lot on it. Not useful things.
No, but there's
I learn
this
how to make a sandwich,
there's this fucking idiot on there called Aussie Larrikin Berkey, and he just has the most outrageous takes. If anyone knows him, I'd love to get him on the podcast.
No.
I'd just love to
Grill
debate him. Like he's saying, using aircon in your car decreases its lifespan by 30% and all this shit. It's like,
Oh, he's like one of those people that get split systems in their house and then you got to visit them and they don't turn them on.
no,
Because
he
it
doesn't.
costs money.
He don't. Yep. He was complaining about like how Albo's caused like the rate rises and all this shit. Like,
Oh.
yeah, it's just classic like right wing stuff. I suppose anyone that's like super left does it as well, just blaming the political party. Like,
Would you
whoever's
say
in-
you're probably somewhere in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just annoys me. It's like just always like blaming
I
whoever's
think
in
the
charge.
annoying thing is that generation especially is so quick to, blame our generation for a lot of things and like, make fun of everything we do and say how shit we are.
Yeah.
Like they're the racist, the ones that just think the world is like for them and them only.
Yeah, so I don't know. He's just shitting me, but it's sort of them TikToks that I watch it just because it infuriates me that much that I kind of enjoy
Does
being.
he have many followers?
He has a few, but the worst 4,500. But the worst thing about his account is he He's like made his TikTok so that you can't comment on there unless you follow him.
Oh,
It's like, come on, mate, you want to come
Obviously,
and spew all this hate.
it's
But-
because people, yeah.
Yeah. And then he
Wouldn't
also,
follow him.
like, the ironic thing is he goes on there saying how much he sees people in the comments and he replies to their comments, but doesn't have his open to everyone in the public. So all
Oh.
these comments are always like agreeing with him.
That's so annoying. They're probably all like very similar in age.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah, just mainly like old people on TikTok, always whinging.
Get off TikTok. Because that's
Yeah.
the other thing. They talk about us being stuck to technology, social media. Then they get on these bloody apps and start
Yeah.
yarning about this shit.
Have a whinge on there.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bruh.
I actually have a few things up my nose this week.
What do you got for me?
First thing, I spoke about it earlier. I cut my finger yesterday. This is the third time I've cut my fucking finger on this knife, and I've had it for 2 weeks. So I've put it away. I'm not touching it ever again. Because yesterday, it was a little bit too close to like losing the tip of my finger, you know? It was when I realised that I'm the issue. And the knife is also half the issue. So
I don't think so.
put it away. Second thing is that the hacker that got into my Iconic
yeah.
account, it's not really up my nose. I kind of find it quite funny. But I finally, all these weeks later, got into my Iconic account after they tried to tell me it didn't exist. And I know it exists because they keep sending me promotional emails. So
Fuck it. Fuck them. Let's put their address on it.
I fucking finally got into it. But I'm
Read out their address.
They've already got my address too, so it's kind of like a lose-lose here. But this man here,
And his name. Fuck him. Shame him.
I think he is a man. I don't even know how to say his name, but he lives in Craigieburn.
Which is where?
In Victoria.
Not familiar with it.
Yeah, like near Melbourne, pretty much.
Have you got his home address?
I do. Anyway,
Fuck, I'm so tempted to make you read it out.
I put it on my Instagram story yesterday because I was like, I don't give a fuck. But this man that hacked this account, I don't know, it blows my mind how dumb people can be. He's bought Emporio Armani slides on my account. They were $70, size 44. He actually did get express shipping. And he's put his home address and his full name and phone number in the fucking thing.
But you know how you can't see his phone number, otherwise I'd actually would put his phone number on here.
Yeah.
But, you know, it like blocks the middle numbers out.
And for some reason when I click on it, it only lets me, of course their security's good in that fucking instance with a phone number. I click on it and it just wants me to change it, but it deletes it straight away. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get it because maybe if I could Google him a bit, I might be able to find his phone number because I did have a suggestion from my dad to maybe put up a Gumtree ad
Yeah,
with
that's
his
good.
address.
If you get his phone number, a great one's like free dash hand puppies and shit like that.
Yeah, or even like garage sale with like all these things, like just all these photos of like designer, his slides. Anyway, not only did he order these slides that cost a total of $81.95 and get them delivered to his home address, he's gone to then buy these like bamboo fucking wife beater singlets, which were a 2-pack for $60. And obviously I cancelled my fucking card before he could check out. $60 for these 2 singlets. And he then went to go and he added them to my wish list. As well as the slides. So he's used my account to actually shop through, add to the wish list. And it's quite amusing to me. Like, it is quite funny.
You would have thought he would have just got the shit together.
Yeah, I
He
know.
would have surely would have known
So
that.
he's bought them and then he's kept looking. It's so weird.
Like, wouldn't he have thought
But
that
I'm also like,
the card was going to get cancelled?
yeah, right.
Idiot.
He was like, fuck, she was quick. I was onto it pretty quick. But it's funny to me. Like, he's bought $70 slides. Maybe the card declined when he went to buy the singlets because I only had like $100 on it
Maybe.
at the time. Maybe he did try like the $800 Dyson Air app and it's declined. But yeah, quite funny to me. Like, I did find that a bit amusing getting back into my account. But talking about online shopping, I ordered a new quilt cover and like sheets from Adairs just before Christmas, I think. I got them before New Year's, like they came really quick. The only thing I couldn't get, because they're out of stock, were the matching pillowcases to the sheets. So I went back on New Year's Day and they'd come back in stock, so I ordered them. They have not even been shipped. And I bought them on the 1st of January. And do you think these people want to help me find my order? No. And I'm just sick of it. I feel like I'm a victim of theft lately. People just want my money and they don't want to give me the things. So, Adairs, fix your shit up. And lastly, when I was watching the tennis the other day, we were just sitting on the couch, minding our own business. And I'd gone outside and I was like, oh, what's Arnie doing? Like, he's being really quiet and he's just chilling outside. And I was like, oh, whatever. Come back inside. Half an hour later, Jet's like, what's the dog doing? Because you always know when he's being quiet and he's doing something naughty. And so be it. Walk outside and he's nowhere to be seen. So that was really fun. We start getting the food out, like turning the car on. He's nowhere to be seen. It's like 8:30 at night. It's dark outside. So I start driving laps around the fucking neighbourhood.
We get out in the street, there's like rubbish all like pulled out.
Like KFC boxes. And I was like, great, he's definitely been into these. Which, again, annoying. Why do people feel the need to litter and throw shit out their fucking window? But we were driving around the streets. I was sobbing behind the steering wheel. I was like, Arnie's dead. This is the worst day of my life. And then Jet kept trying to look on the security cameras to see where he'd gone. And he just kept saying, he just keeps, like, it looks like he's gone back to the house. Like, I can't see him leave. And then I was like, well, maybe he's gone underneath the house. Like, where else could he have gone? He was definitely not in the yard. And then I'd put this post up on Facebook, like, has anyone seen our Jack Russell? And I got this, like, feeling over me, like, how embarrassing would it be for this dog to still be at home? Spoiler alert, he wasn't, like, really. But we get home, and when I'd left in a bit of a panic. So I left our door open, like our back door, and the gate was obviously closed. I like leave Jet in the car, run back inside, and Arnie's just standing in our lounge room, like looking so like confused, and he was looking at me like I was the crazy person, and I was like, what the fuck has just gone on? So I walked back out to the car. And I carry the dog out and I'm like, he's here. But looking at our security cameras, this dog has like squeezed through our front gate, wandered off. We've driven off looking for him. This is probably over like a 45-minute hour period. Do you think?
Something like that.
It all happened really quick when we found him. But we were driving around for ages. Like, I was hysterical. And while we've like looking around for him, he's just made his way back home. He's run up the driveway, straight through the gate, and made himself back at home, and just was chilling up in the house.
Yeah, finally found him on the security cameras. He just slipped in, slipped out. He didn't have his collar on, so it usually stops him from slipping out.
Yeah.
Anyway, he found a way while it was off.
A little bit of a funny story, but it was not funny at the time. But I guess they're smarter than you think, hey?
He's a very cunning animal.
He is. And he's quite ignorant, so I just thought if he got out and he was running, I just never thought he'd make his way back, because he'd just be thinking, fuck those guys, like, this is so fun. But something must have scared him a bit for him to just run home like that, surely. But I had someone message me and say that they saw him tucking into a KFC box on the road. So, yeah, little bit funny, but also a lot stressful.
Righto, on to the Reddit question.
Mm-hmm.
Found a good one here for you. It's am I an asshole? Am I the asshole, I should say.
Hey, we've already done this, haven't we?
Yeah, but it's a specific one.
Oh, okay.
Am I the asshole for wanting to expose a cheater, not only with females, but also with other males? I've come to learn that someone I know, male, 30, has been cheating on his female partner with another female for almost a year, catching up 2 or 3 times a month. Looking into this a little further, I've also found out he's not it's not just the females he chases. He is also extensively cursing Grinder and catching up with several other guys as well. I don't know the intimate dynamics of his relationship with his partner. Maybe she already knows to some extent of his Grinder use, but I'm pretty sure she has no idea about the other females.
What's Grinder again?
It's like gay Tinder, I
Oh,
think.
that's right, yeah.
And I can only imagine this would be devastating for her. I feel like she should know. Am I the arsehole for thinking this? Does anyone on here have any ideas how I can expose this guy to his partner anonymously?
Ooh. First of all, the cheater, definitely the asshole.
Yeah, maybe just exposing the cheating part and leaving the guy stuff out of it.
Like, they're cheating regardless.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Like, maybe the fact that if he portrays himself as a straight man to his wife, that could cause some further issues. But it doesn't matter. If he's cheating with a woman or a man, he's cheating. But the issue is, do you want to be the person to...
Expose him.
Yeah. I personally, like, I've never had to be in a situation like this, like, even just with relationships and things. But you'd have to tell him. But I just think, I've always had this thought that if I was in this situation, I know it's not really realistic in this day and age with technology and, like, security cameras and things. But I've always sort of, like, just printing out all of the receipts of it and just putting it in the mailbox, addressing it to the person and just letting them find it themselves. But then it's, like, anonymous. But I'm like, nowadays, everyone's got security cameras. So.
That happened to a mate of mine once, sort of.
Really?
At school, yeah.
What happened?
Some chicks, like, wrote a letter telling him, like, how he needs to stop fucking with girls' hearts and all this shit. And it was something along the lines of, maybe if you thought about girls as much as you thought about your dick, you would be in this scenario.
Oh my God.
That was all well and good, but his mum and dad found it in the mailbox.
Before he did?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I used to think about too. Like, when I was in high school, I'm like, I could ruin some people's lives here. Like, you know, just pop it in the mailbox.
He's a good friend of the podcast, this guy too.
Shout out to you. I think I know who it is.
A lot of people will. So yeah,
what would you do?
I think just expose the cheater and then.
But how? How do you expose them? Do you just send a direct message?
Oh, that's also hard.
Because-
I wonder what their relationship is.
Yeah, true.
Like this person to them.
Yeah. But, like, you don't want to be that person that Jet Hicks told me that you did this.
Yeah. Get that "Hey girly" text.
Yeah. Like, but you also, like, you don't want that on you. Like, it's your problem or your fault. Because they'll blame you. But it's also like, you've got to tell them. Hey, girlie, I just thought I'd let you know. I like the mailbox idea, but obviously not overly realistic. Maybe create an anonymous account.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just you could ask, like, if you like see them out, it's always odd. Like, oh, hey, did you guys break up? Maybe that one.
Or I would send a message to the husband and say, you tell her before I do, and then see what happens.
How are you gonna know though?
They either break up or they're still together.
What if they're okay with the cheating and
What
they
if
work
they're
it
not?
out?
I feel like you would, depending on how close you are with them, you'd probably just kind of work it out.
Yeah, maybe they're not that close. It's just someone they know of. I think.
I would post an Instagram story to close friends, but only put her on it. Then she still knows it's me.
I think the root of, oh, hey, did you guys break up? I just saw. That's no good. I saw your boyfriend was such and such.
Yeah. I didn't know
They go,
you guys were still together.
No? Question mark.
Yeah, Orkies.
Yeah, that's all I got for Reddit. There was another thing. Oh, I don't know how true it is, but when I go on to see how many listens the podcast has had and stuff like that, it also gives me like a geo scale, like so where people are listening from.
Yeah, yep.
I want to know, guys, reach out on our socials if you are listening from America. 'Cause there's like been multiple listeners from there.
America, yeah.
And I know we've
Please.
had people that we know over there on holidays, but this has happened before and after.
Yeah, but no one that we're overly close with, I
No.
would say, in America, like traveling. So please.
So let us
reach
know,
out.
guys, if you are American or whether, and if not, I guess
Yeah.
the thing just
Or-
fucks up.
Please reach out in general if you're listening outside of Australia.
Yes.
It'd be kind of interesting to know.
I don't think anyone is, but we will see how we go.
Yeah,
with
this
that.
geo map thing could be really,
wrong.
really off.
Yeah, and I don't have too much faith in it because there's like all our listens come from Brisbane, and I know there's like
A lot more.
a lot of people in Roma. It just doesn't come up on them.
But it must go. You know, like when someone logs in on Apple, and
Yeah,
it
I don't
tells
know why it
you.
does that.
Well, I used to think, I'm not sure how that works, that it would go off your nearest like Apple store or like where your time zone's set to, like.
Yeah, but then some of them, I don't know.
But then
Weird.
some do show up in Roma. Hey,
Yeah,
it's weird.
and then some in like Townsville and
I
shit.
don't get it. Townsville.
So I don't really know how it works.
All right. Anywho, anything else?
Yeah, we've got a voice note here.
Heck yes.
Hey Izzy and Jet, Smorgy here. Just wanting to share a little what's up my nose this week. Well, it's most weeks, but this week in particular, I ain't dealing with it. Now, I mow lawns as part of some of the work that I do. I do vacant blocks. There's one particular location that I'm thinking about that has a beautiful picket fence, lovely mailbox. And every time I go to this location, the mailbox is chockers with mail. And I'm not talking just junk mail. I am talking addressed mail, windowed envelope mail. Now, what gets up my nose about this is there is no house at this block. It is a vacant block. So who is the Australia Post guy that is on his little rounds, dropping off his mail, and he pulls up to this vacant block, pops that mail in there, and thinks he's done a great job? Like, who's going to get that mail? I don't understand. It makes no sense. But anywho, it's only me that's getting the mail, and the mail ain't going anywhere, guys. So maybe Australia Post, you might need to just check where you guys are delivering their stuff. Maybe the people that lived in that house, or in that house that used to be there, maybe they could redirect the mail. But anywho, bottom line, gets up my nose, do not deliver mail to a vacant block. Ain't nobody getting that mail. Thanks heaps, guys. Chat to you soon.
I love that.
Just off the top, how good did that sound coming through the headphones? Did you
Yeah.
notice that?
Yeah.
Great sound quality. I don't know what
Yeah.
she was recording on, but
Yeah, it was really
sounded
good. That would really piss me off.
Yeah, she sent me a Snapchat of it. It's like, and it's not like, I don't know, they're going to rebuild or some shit. There's like heaps of grass on the block.
It's just vacant.
Yeah. But there's
But
just a
it's-
fence around it.
You know what gets me? That, like, yes, Australia Post, why the fuck are you putting it in the mailbox? But you know who really annoys me in this? Because we've had experiences. People not redirecting their mail.
Yeah.
Redirect it. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard. Like,
But like, wouldn't,
why are you someone else's
I get
liability?
like kind of
Like,
filling it up. You know, you might not know what's happening there. You could be near the run, blah, blah. When it's starting to get
and you
starting
can't
to overflow.
fit the mail in
And
there.
it's not just junk mail. It's like normal fucking like government letters and shit.
Yeah, probably need to go back to the post office and return to sender.
Perhaps raise a cursory eyebrow
Yeah.
and inquire about what is going on with his
But I'm
block.
also like, where are these people not getting any mail and not worried about it?
Well, it's probably like, could be like some poor old bloody
Someone
following
could
a
have passed away.
nursing
or something.
home, or the house
True.
looks like it burnt down. So,
Yeah, right.
geez, who knows what's happened?
They've probably been called for jury duty like 3 times and gotten out of it.
Yeah,
Bastards. Anyway, this is, if you're listening, redirect your mail because that's the ick.
yeah.
Grow up. That's all from me.
Merch, guys.
Oh, for the 3rd week in a row, here we
Okay,
are.
this Friday, I'm confident it's happening.
We're just waiting on a company. It's not actually with us at the moment. We're waiting for some mock-ups of
Yes.
some things.
But I got
We're
a
not being
confirmation.
lazy, I
I got a
promise.
confirmation. It would be 4 to 5 days
Yes.
for the mock up as of this morning. So,
Okay.
I mean, that's Friday.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yep.
It's got to be by the end of the week. So stay tuned and we'll pop some things out on the Instagram once we have some official, websites and stuff
So the
like
shirts will be all good, guys, but there's going to be a limited number on the bucket hat. So if you want one of them, you're going to have to get in early. So yeah, it's a pre-sale on that, on both of them. But yeah, it's going to be, if you go over to the YouTube right now, guys, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple or anywhere there, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah. Go check it out. They look pretty good.
Put it on full display.
Designed by myself.
Yep, well done, Isabella.
Thank you. They're a nice fit. They're a nice quality top. So, yeah. Actually, I like them. I like
Yeah.
the colour.
I think the hat's going to be good too. Can't wait to see
Hopefully,
the design of them.
I feel like that's all from us.
I've got a motorbike coming. Slowly but surely. New motorbike, guys.
Motorbike, but no engagement ring.
No.
Here I am again.
Or to get used to it too.
Some things never change.
No.
Anywho,
Yeah.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, it's getting on a bit.
All right. We will talk to you over on the Instagrams about some merch, and we'll also talk to you next week.
Yep, we're going to try and stay a bit more active on the Instagram too, Isabella.
Yeah, stay tuned for some new kind of videos. Content. We're influencers now.
Yeah.
Look out, guys.
Share us around, guys, if you're feeling nice.
Yeah,
It helps.
it does. I love explaining to people at work that I've got a podcast. Anyway, that's all from us. We'll talk to you next week.
Ciao, ciao.